Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Speaking.
I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. We have a really important conversation ahead of us.
We really do. You know, students ask us questions every single day. They ask about grammar, vocabulary, and how to pronounce difficult words.
Right. They focus a lot on the mechanics of the language, but there's a whole other side to learning English that people almost never talk about.
Exactly. Learning a language isn't just about memorizing verbs. It's a huge emotional journey, and sometimes it can feel really lonely if you don't know what to expect.
It's so true. You start studying and you think everything will be easy, but then you experience these strange feelings or mental blocks and you think you're doing something wrong.
And that's exactly what we're talking about today. The secret struggles, the hidden phases, and all those little things nobody tells you before you start learning.
Yeah, and I think the biggest shock for most students is what we call the plateau. It's that moment when you just feel completely stuck.
Oh, the plateau. Every single student hits this wall. When you first start learning English, you progress so fast. Every day you learn a new word.
Right. One day you learn how to say hello, the next day you learn colors, then numbers. You feel like a genius because everything is so new.
You really do. But after a few months, that fast progress just stops. You keep studying, but you don't feel like you're getting any better.
It's extremely frustrating. I have students who come to me and say, "Paul, my English is broken. I'm studying every day, but nothing is changing."
I hear that all the time, too. But the truth is, your English isn't broken. When you hit the plateau, your brain is actually doing something incredible.
Exactly. It's not that you stopped learning. It's that your brain is finally organizing all the crazy amounts of information you just gave it.
Think of it like moving into a new house. For the first few days, you just throw boxes into every room. That's the fast learning phase.
Oh, I love that example. You're just pulling in new boxes of vocabulary and grammar every single day.
Right. But eventually, you have to stop bringing in new boxes. You have to open them, organize your clothes, and put things on the shelves.
And that takes time. While you're unpacking those boxes, it looks like you aren't doing anything new, but you're actually building a solid foundation.
Exactly. Your brain is creating deep connections. It's moving words from your short-term memory into your long-term memory.
So if you feel stuck right now, don't quit. It means you've actually reached a very high level, and your brain just needs a minute to catch up.
Yes, just be patient. Keep reading, keep listening, and keep practicing what you already know. The feeling of progress will absolutely come back.
For sure. And while we're talking about the brain, there's another mental habit that worries a lot of students: mental translation.
Oh yeah, this is a big one. Students always say, "Emily, I can't stop translating from my native language into English in my head. How do I stop?"
They think it's a terrible disease. They read online that true fluency means thinking directly in English, so they panic when they translate.
It's true that thinking in English is the final goal, but nobody tells you that mental translation is a completely normal, natural phase. You can't just skip it.
You really can't. Your native language is your safe zone. It's how you've understood the world since you were a baby.
Right. So when you hear a new English word, your brain automatically looks for the word it already knows to make sense of it. That's just human nature.
It is. I always tell my students, don't fight it. If you try to force yourself to stop translating, you'll just get stressed out and freeze.
Exactly. Stress is the enemy of learning. If you need to translate a sentence in your head before you speak, just do it. Take that extra second.
Yeah, taking a pause is totally fine. But how do they eventually move past that translation phase? Because it does slow down real conversations.
It just takes massive repetition. You have to hear a phrase so many times that your brain doesn't need the native language safety net anymore.
Like the phrase, "How are you?" Beginners don't translate that. They just hear the sounds and immediately know it's a greeting.
That's a perfect example. They've heard it 1,000 times. The translation naturally falls away. It's a slow process, but it happens automatically if you keep listening.
So again, patience is the key. Don't be angry at your brain for doing its job. It's trying to protect you and help you understand.
Exactly. Be kind to yourself. And speaking of being kind to yourself, we need to talk about the idea of being perfect in English.
Oh, perfectionism. It's probably the biggest dream killer for language learners. So many people refuse to speak until they think their grammar is 100% correct.
It makes me so sad when I see that. Students will sit in silence during a conversation because they aren't sure if they should use in, on, or at.
I know, right? They miss the whole moment. They're doing complex math in their heads trying to build the perfect sentence, and the topic changes before they can speak.
And the secret nobody tells you is that perfect English doesn't exist, not even for native speakers.
We make mistakes all day long. We use the wrong verb tenses, we forget words, we say things that make absolutely no grammatical sense.
We really do, but we don't stop talking because of it. We just correct ourselves and keep going, because the goal of speaking a language is connection, not perfection.
That's such a beautiful way to say it. Connection over perfection. If I understand your message, then your English is successful. Full stop.
Right. Imagine you're at a restaurant and you want water. You can just say, "Water, please." Is it a full, complex sentence? No. Did you get water? Yes.
Exactly. The waiter doesn't care about your grammar structure. He just wants to bring you what you need. Communication happened.
And when you focus on connection, speaking becomes fun instead of scary. You start focusing on the other person's eyes and smile instead of your own mistakes.
It really takes the pressure off. And if you guys are enjoying this relaxed approach to learning, we'd love it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, please do. And leave us a comment down below. Let us know if you struggle with perfectionism. We read all your comments and we really love hearing your stories.
We totally do. It feels like a big family here. And being part of a community helps so much with another really difficult part of learning, listening.
Oh, listening. Everyone thinks speaking is the hardest part, but honestly, understanding native speakers in the real world is a massive challenge.
It's a huge shock. You sit in a classroom and the teacher speaks very slowly. Hello, how are you today? Every word is clear.
And the listening exercises in the textbook have actors speaking very carefully in a quiet studio. It gives you a false sense of security.
Yeah, and then you travel to New York or London and you go to a coffee shop. The barista says, "What you want?" You just freeze.
What you want? Exactly. Real English is messy. We push words together, we cut off the ends of words, and we speak incredibly fast.
Nobody tells you that native English sounds like one giant continuous sound. It doesn't sound like separate words at all.
That's why listening takes the longest to master. You have to train your ear to catch the rhythm of the language, not just the individual vocabulary words.
So how do we actually do that? Because a lot of students just keep listening to the slow textbook audio and get frustrated later.
You have to expose yourself to the messy, fast, real-world English. Watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts like this one, and watch movies.
And it's totally okay to use subtitles at first. Sometimes you need to see the word to realize that gonna actually means going to.
Subtitles are a great tool, but you also need to accept that you won't understand everything. You might only catch 30% of a movie, and that is completely fine.
Just catching the main idea is a victory. And over time, that 30% becomes 40% and then 50%. Your ears slowly adjusts to the speed.
It does. And never be afraid to ask someone to slow down in real life. Most native speakers don't realize they're talking too fast.
Exactly. Just smile and say, "Could you speak a little slower, please?" People are almost always kind and happy to help you.
They really are. People respect the effort it takes to learn a new language because it actually takes a lot of bravery to speak up.
It does. It takes a lot of vulnerability. Which brings us to a really interesting psychological effect of learning English, your English personality.
Oh, this is fascinating. Nobody warns you that when you start speaking English, you might feel like a completely different person.
It's so strange, but it's very real. I have students who are super outgoing, loud, and funny in their native language. They're the life of the party.
But then they switch to English, and suddenly they become quiet, serious, and shy. They feel like they lost their true personality.
Yeah, they tell me, Paul, I'm actually really funny, I promise, but I don't know how to be funny in English yet.
And that is completely normal. Humor requires a very high level of vocabulary and cultural understanding. It's the hardest thing to translate.
Plus, you don't have the words to express complex emotions. You can only say, I'm sad or I'm happy. You can't explain the deep details of how you feel.
Right, you feel like you're wearing a mask. You feel like a simpler version of yourself. And for adults, that can be a really frustrating feeling.
We're used to being smart and expressive in our own language. Going back to feeling like a child who can only use basic words is a blow to the ego.
It really is. But the secret is to accept this new temporary personality. Don't fight it. Be the quiet observer for a while.
Yeah, be the mysterious foreigner. Just listen, absorb the culture, and slowly build up your vocabulary.
And I promise your true personality will come back. One day, you'll naturally make a joke in English, and people will laugh, and it will feel amazing.
It's the best feeling in the world. It just takes time to find your voice again. And speaking of time, there's another secret that sounds totally crazy.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Sometimes the absolute best thing you can do for your English progress is to stop studying.
Yes, resting is a critical part of studying. But nobody tells you this. We live in a world that says hustle every day, never stop working.
Exactly. Students feel guilty if they take a day off. They think they're going to forget everything they learned if they don't look at their textbook.
But your brain is a biological machine. It's not a computer hard drive. If you study for hours and hours without stopping, your brain just stops recording.
Think about going to the gym. If you lift heavy weights every single day, your muscles will tear and you'll get weaker. You need rest days to grow.
Language learning is a massive mental workout. You're building new neural pathways in your brain. That physically requires energy and rest.
It really does. Sometimes you'll study a grammar rule on Tuesday and it makes zero sense. You're just confused and angry.
And if you keep staring at the book, you just get more angry. But if you close the book, go for a walk, and sleep on it,
then you wake up on Thursday, look at the exact same page, and suddenly it makes perfect sense. Your brain solved the problem while you were resting.
it's like magic. Sleep is actually when your brain moves information from short-term memory to long-term memory.
So don't feel guilty about taking a weekend completely off. Go watch a movie in your native language. Go hang out with friends. Don't think about English at all.
When you come back on Monday, you'll have more energy, more focus, and you'll actually speak better. Rest is a powerful tool.
It absolutely is. You have to work smart, not just hard. And working smart also means knowing what to focus on when you do study.
That's a great point. A lot of beginners spend 80% of their time studying grammar charts. They want to master the present perfect continuous tense.
But nobody tells you that in the beginning, vocabulary is so much more important than grammar. Words are the tools that actually save you.
I agree completely. Grammar is just the glue that holds the words together. But if you don't have the words, the glue is useless.
Exactly. Imagine you are traveling and you lose your luggage at the airport. You need help immediately.
If you know perfect grammar but zero vocabulary, you can't do anything. You can't just walk up to someone and say, "Excuse me, I have lost my..."
and then point.
Right. But if your grammar is terrible, but you know the words lost, bag, and help, you can communicate your problem to anyone.
You can just say, "Lost bag, help, please." It's not a pretty sentence, but the airport staff will immediately take you to the right office.
Vocabulary gives you survival skills. It gives you the power to navigate the world, buy food, ask for directions, and make friends.
So if you only have 20 minutes to study today, don't memorize irregular verbs. Learn 5 new nouns or adjectives that you use in your daily life.
Look around your house. Do you know the English word for everything in your kitchen? If not, start there. Focus on the real, physical world first.
That's incredibly practical advice. Once you have a big pocket full of words, learning grammar later becomes much easier because you actually have things to build sentences with.
Exactly. Build your word bank first. Now, there's another thing we really need to discuss. It's something that causes so much anxiety and low self-esteem.
I think I know what you mean. The obsession with having a perfect American or British accent.
Yes, it breaks my heart how many students apologize for their accent before they even start speaking. They say, "I'm sorry, my English is bad."
And then they speak perfectly clear English, but they just have a beautiful French, Spanish, or Japanese accent. It's not bad English at all.
Not at all. There is a huge lie in the language learning industry that you need to sound exactly like a native speaker to be successful.
It's impossible for most adults to completely lose their accent. Your vocal cords have spent 20 or 30 years making specific sounds.
Changing that physically takes years of intense speech therapy, and honestly, it's just not necessary. Your accent is not a mistake.
I always tell my students that an accent is a badge of honor. It's proof that you were brave enough to learn a completely different language.
I love that so much. An accent means you have a rich background. It means you already speak another language fluently. It's something to be proud of.
In 2023, look at the world today. English is a global language. There are more non-native speakers of English in the world than native speakers.
That's a powerful fact. When you travel for business or vacation, you are probably going to speak English with someone from Germany, Brazil, or China.
Right, you'll hear 100 different accents. The goal isn't to sound like a Hollywood actor. The goal is just to speak clearly enough to be understood.
Clarity is everything. Focus on pronouncing the letters clearly, especially the ending sounds of words, but keep your natural rhythm and tone.
Never apologize for how you sound. When you speak with confidence, people love hearing your accent. It makes you unique and interesting.
It really does. Confidence makes any accent sound great. But of course, even when you are confident, sometimes your brain just decides to turn off completely.
Oh man, the mind blank. This is another secret that nobody warns you about. You can study for years and suddenly your mind goes completely empty.
It's the most terrifying feeling. You're in the middle of a great conversation, you're telling a funny story, and then nothing. You forget a basic word like door.
Yes, you know the word. You've used it 1,000 times, but in that exact second, your brain just deletes it from your memory.
Students panic when this happens. They freeze, their face gets red, and they think, oh no, they think I'm stupid. I've ruined the conversation.
But nobody tells you that mind blanks happen to native speakers too. I forget words in English all the time, and it's the only language I speak.
It happens to everyone. Our brains are processing a million things at once. The environment, the other person's face, the topic, and the language. Sometimes it just drops a file.
Exactly. It's like a computer freezing for a second. It doesn't mean your English is getting worse. It's just a normal human glitch.
The secret is how you handle it. Don't panic and don't stay silent. Just laugh at yourself. Humor is the best way to save the moment.
Totally. Just say, wow, I completely forgot the word, or describe the thing you forgot. You know, the wooden thing you opened to go outside.
The other person will immediately say, "A door?" And you say, "Yes, a door, thank you." And the conversation just keeps going smoothly.
It's all about keeping the flow. People don't care if you forget a word. They just want to connect with you. If you smile and stay relaxed, they will too.
It really is that simple. Learning a language is just a series of small human moments, and how you approach those moments every day makes all the difference.
Which brings us to our final secret. We often think that to learn English, we need to do massive, exhausting study sessions. We think we need to study for 4 hours every Saturday.
But intense cramming like that actually doesn't work very well for language learning. Nobody tells you that consistency is 100 times more powerful than intensity.
It's so true. Studying for 10 minutes every single day is much, much better than studying for 3 hours once a week.
Because language is a habit. It's like watering a plant. If you give a plant a tiny bit of water every day, it grows strong and healthy.
But if you ignore the plant all week and then dump a huge bucket of water on it on Sunday, the plant will drown. Your brain is the same way.
That's a brilliant example. If you study for 10 minutes in the morning while you drink your coffee, you keep English alive in your brain all day.
Right. You'll notice English words on signs or think about English phrases while you're driving. The language stays fresh in your mind.
And 10 minutes is easy to find. Anyone can find 10 minutes. You can review a few vocabulary words on your phone while you wait for the bus.
Or listen to a short podcast episode while you wash the dishes. When it's easy and short, you don't procrastinate, you just do it.
Exactly. But if your goal is to sit at a desk for 2 hours with a grammar book, you will find every excuse to avoid it because it sounds terrible.
Oh yeah, I will clean my entire house just to avoid a 2-hour study session.
Me too. So make it small, make it easy, and do it every single day. The small efforts add up to massive results over a year.
They really do. You look back after a few months and realize you can understand so much more without even trying hard. It's a beautiful process.
It really is a journey. We spend so much time worrying about grammar rules and perfect pronunciation, but the real magic is just showing up and trying.
You're opening up a whole new world for yourself. You're giving yourself the ability to connect with millions of people, travel easier, and discover new cultures.
And there will be hard days. You will hit plateaus, you will translate in your head, and you will forget words. But every single learner goes through that. It's just part of the adventure.
So be proud of every mistake you make, because it means you are actively stepping out of your comfort zone. You are doing something incredibly difficult, and you are succeeding.
Just take a deep breath, accept the messy parts, and keep moving forward one small step at a time. We believe in you, and we know you can do this.
Thank you all so much for spending your time with us today. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Take care.